Welcome to PHP in 15 days guaranteed training course day 1. On this very first day of this training, we'll study some of very basic things and we'll try to understand these practically. In coming days, we'll speed up our pace of teaching and learning as you'd have become comfortable with my teaching style. Today, we are going to learn how to install and configure working environment for PHP text editors, PHP syntax, hello world, echo, and print examples variables. What is PHP and reason to learn it? PHP is a powerful and an amazing language used for web development. Let's discuss few of things about PHP which give this language edge on other languages. PHP was known as personal homepage long ago, but now PHP stands for hypertext preprocessor. Why hypertext? As PHP contains text and that is not in its normal state, so it's a bit hypertext. And why preprocessor? As PHP is always processed first and then returns the results to us. That's why it's preprocessed. We'll discuss all of this in detail in a moment. PHP is a server-side language as it always executes on the server. Loosely typed language and flexible. PHP is much flexible as compared to other programming languages, so it's often known as loosely typed language. You don't even have to define many things prior to use them. In most other programming languages, you need to follow strict rules. PHP is always beyond of it. PHP is very strong and deep as it can produce any imaginable logic and can come up with the most complex and advanced structure to handle all requirements of applications under development. PHP is one of the world's most widely used and powerful language. World's most popular blogging systems, CMS, and commercial and portal systems are built on PHP. Some of the examples are WordPress, Drupal, Joomla, Magento, Jobbers, and many more. PHP is an easy to understand language. I'm sure you'll enjoy learning it. It's as easy as you learn the mathematics of 5th standard. PHP is freely available and most of all, it's open source. Why you must choose PHP to learn? A saying I found on php.net, the best things in using PHP are that it's extremely simple for a newcomer but offers many advanced features for a professional programmer. Don't be afraid reading the long list of PHP's features. You can jump in a short time and start writing simple scripts in a few hours. This is what I want to assure you from the start of the introduction. PHP is so easy. Just you need to stay focused, pay attention, and try to do whatever you learn in each session on your own. As you know, PHP is a server-side language, so we need an environment to work in, to send requests and get the output from the server and PHP. So there are three main things we need to have installed on our machine to work with PHP. Server, that is Apache, IIS, or any other which port operating system, PHP, and third one MySQL. A very easy way to install all of these programs on your machine is to download and install a full package containing all of these applications. If you are a Windows user, you can download and install WAMP. This stands for Windows, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. If you are using Mac OS, then you can download and install MAMP. This stands for Mac, Apache, MySQL, and PHP. There is another option for both of these operating systems, and that is to download and install XAMPP. It's also one of my favorite applications to work with. XAMPP is a flexible application and don't often produce errors or conflicts with operating systems or even with other programs running on your system. However, you are free to choose any of these, but this is just my own preference. XAMPP stands for X for any operating system, means it can work with any operating system. A for Apache, M for MySQL, P for PHP, and last P for Perl. Let's go ahead and install XAMPP on our system. Google for XAMPP and get some results. Now click and browse few of the sites from these results. I personally like XAMPP's own site or SourceForge or Apache Friends sites to download the package, as these sites are really straightforward and packages available are up to date and bugs free. However, you can download from any of the reliable resources available on the internet. We are at SourceForge right now to download XAMPP. This download is especially for Windows users because I'm running Windows on my computer. Here you can see all the downloadable files in this section, all having the same version, which is the latest one. This top link is the package along with the installer, so it's been downloaded more than all other packages. Second link is zipped as 7z. Third one is also zipped as zip. You can download any of these. This is Apache Friends and this one is SourceForge. We can download directly from this button. Let's download it. I've already downloaded it to save some time. Let's go to download folder. We have downloaded the package with the installer. Just double click on it. You can get this message. If you are running an antivirus on your system, sometimes antivirus assume the installation files of the application as virus and try to block their activity. This causes errors and doesn't allow the application install successfully. It's better to stop antivirus and then run the installation. For now, let's just continue to installation. This is the message you will not see when you will install the XAMPP for the first time. I have already installed and running XAMPP on my system. That's why I'm getting this message. You don't worry about it. Click OK. Now this is the actual pop-up screen for the installation setup. You will see this window when you'll run the installer. This installer has made installation whole lot easier for us. You will see how easy and straightforward to install XAMPP. Just click next button. Here on this screen you can select and deselect the applications as per your own requirement. In the server section, Apache, that is the main server application. MySQL is the database and is extremely important component. FileZilla FTP is a program used to transfer files from computer to server, which is not really important at this point as you can transfer files directly, but this makes your work whole lot easier. It's all up to you. You may deselect it too. Mercury mail server to send and receive emails, and Tomcat. We don't need these, so we can uncheck both of these. In program languages, we don't need Perl, Webalizer, and Fake Send Mail. You may uncheck all of these, but these all have their own purposes and help you in a lot of situations. Now let's take all the options to their default position and click next. Now here it's asking where we want our XAMPP to be installed. I highly recommend that you install your XAMPP on second or third partition of your hard drive. Don't ever install it on C drive of your computer. There you can see the folder icon. You can click and get to the folder where you want to install it, or you can write the path directly here in this bar and you are ready to go. Just click next and it will install the XAMPP finally, and I am aborting as I have already installed it. We just installed the XAMPP successfully and now it's time to run it. Let's go to start all programs and here you can see XAMPP folder. Just click on it and you can see different applications and options. From here just click the XAMPP control panel. Every time when you click XAMPP control panel, this window will show up. Here on this window you can just need to start the programs you need. In most of the cases you just need to start Apache and MySQL. Just click on start button against the names of these programs. Any name of the program that turns green means it's running now without any errors or issues. You can confirm whether it's running or not. Just open any of your browsers and write localhost/XAMPP. Hit enter. If you see this screen, everything is fine. Now we want to know where we can store our project files. To store project files and folders, go to the XAMPP installation folder, that is the folder or directory where you installed XAMPP. Now go inside the XAMPP folder and then to htdocs folder. Here you need to create your own folder and name it according to your project. Let's name this folder as PHP in 15 days. This name is just for demonstration purposes. Don't you ever put spaces between the words used for the name of the file or folder, and always use small letters case. However, you can put hyphen or underscore between words. You can assume this folder as your full website. This folder is the container for all of the files and directories of your website. So you should name this folder or directory according to your website project. Now we have our main project folder, that is the main website containing folder in place. Now let's create a PHP file using PHP Storm. Let's start the PHP editor. From here we'll go to the folder we just created, that is PHP in 15 days. Here it is, and just click OK. Here on the left side you can see it's our own projects folder that we just created. Here we can create our new files and folders. Just right click on the main folder icon to create a new file or folder and click on new and then PHP file. Click here. Now you need to define a name for this file, as you usually do when you create a new folder or file within MS Office or Windows. You can see the extension here, and that is PHP. As we have already chosen the option to create PHP file, so PHP Storm has given the file PHP extension by default. Now let's just name it index. And you can see here in the left bar we have a file under the main directory. So here we can see all of the files and folders of our project in hierarchy and can easily understand the path and destination of any file or folder. Let's just verify it by opening the folder using Windows Explorer, and you can see in htdocs folder we have folder PHP in 15 days. Let's go inside this folder, and here is the index file we just created through PHP Storm. Don't worry about this .idea folder. It's just created and used by PHP Storm and has no connection with our site or project at all.